Good morning, everybody. This is Amy Christine coming to you live today here on this beautiful November day. And anyways, I have not been as active on here for a reason, because number one, I am just really trying to focus on what God has me focusing on right now. And number two, I am really focusing on all of my clients and giving them the absolute best of the best of the best. And so this social media has been a secondary for me. And so anyways, I wanted to share a little bit about my health journey with you guys. So as you're popping on here, say hello, let me know where you are coming from. And then maybe where you would say you're at with your personal health right now. Are you a 1, struggling, brand new, want to make some changes in your life? Or would you consider yourself a 10? You're like perfect health, you're feeling great, skin is clear, you're energized. And maybe a 5 is, you're doing all the things, but something is still off. You guys, this has been my journey of, and I apologize because I literally am, actually I don't apologize because this is just me. So I'm not going to apologize, but I'm a hot mess right now. Haven't done anything to my hair, clearly makeup-less, but that's more so why I am on today, because I was doing all of the things. I was eating all of the healthy foods. I was, exercising all of the time, and I was still super unhealthy. I was having bloating problems, and if you have ever been in a situation where you have chronic inflammation and your gut just feels terrible all the time, it's like this heaviness. It is just, you just don't feel good, and it impacts everything else. It impacts your mood, it impacts your productivity, it impacts your mindset. And I always had this heaviness in my gut, even though, people may have looked at me and been like, man, she's in shape. I felt terrible. And then on top of it, I really felt terrible because my immune system is compromised with Lyme disease. And it just destroyed my immune system. And so even though I was eating healthy, even though I was exercising, it wasn't enough. And I felt really just hopeless because I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't understand why I could be eating healthy food. I was following, the program, counting the containers. I was doing all of the things I thought I was supposed to be doing. And yet my skin was dry. It was always breaking out. I literally never had a moment where I didn't have crazy blemishes on my face. It made me feel then, frustrated because I had tried all of the creams. I had been to the dermatologist. Their answer was to put me on more medications. Their answer was to put me on the pill because it was hormonal. And I said no. And then on top of it, I had super heavy periods. I had tears. And I was frustrated because here I am doing everything in my ability that I know to do to be healthy, and I wasn't. And so, looking at my skin today, now it's not perfect. It's not perfect, and I still have a ways to go, but I have completely transitioned my approach. And the more what prompted me was when I had my kids genetically tested, because they were facing some, difficulties within their own digestion and, with, behavioral things. And I really wanted to dig into what was going on. And the more I researched, the more I went through classes, the more I have realized that, eating healthy and exercising is not a one size fits all. And so if you're my client, you know that I say over and over and over again, I will never recommend a specific diet for all people, right? If you come to me for a generic meal plan, I will give you one. However, I preface it with, there may be things on here that your body doesn't tolerate well. There may be things on here that you may have a sensitivity to. And so those are things that if you work with me one-on-one, we dive deeper into, right? But it goes beyond food even. It goes to your environment. It goes to what toxins you are exposing yourself to, which then inhibit your liver, working properly, and it is endocrine disruptors. It goes far beyond just food. And so I really dove into all of it, and really began to understand that our health is not a one size fits all. Our needs are not a one size fits all, and toxins have a huge impact on the way that our genes are expressed. It has a huge impact on our mental state, on our gut, on all of it. And the reality is some toxins we cannot avoid. However, there is many, many, many that we can. And we have been brought up in a society to it's just second nature to run to, Walmart or Target and grab shampoo and conditioner and deodorant and buy bottled waters at the store, and to, just these things are mindless, right? We do those things and we don't think anything of it. And yet there's chronic disease on the rise. And, I have witnessed within myself a healing that I never thought was possible. I thought I was just going to have to live that way. I thought that, okay, I got Lyme when I was super young. It's destroyed my immune system, and I'm just going to have to live to deal with it. And I'm going to have to just live to deal with the cysts on my ovaries. And I'm just going to have to live with, my chronic imbalance in my hormones and constipation, even though test after test after test after test, going to the doctor, of being sick, of being, severely uncomfortable to the point of throwing up at one point because my digestion, I couldn't even clear my digestion. And the doctors say I'm fine. The doctors say you're healthy. But no, I'm not. I was not healthy. I was miserable every single day. The only time I felt okay was when I wasn't eating. And obviously I didn't feel great. My gut felt better, but I didn't feel great in other ways. And I'm here to just say, you don't have to live that way. You don't have to live in a state of, well, I just have to deal with this issue. There is healing, and it does require help. It does require coaching. It does require a lifestyle change and a shift. And it's, I'm not going to say that it's easy or that it is something that, you can just do one thing and it fixes it all, because that's very, very far from the truth. But I have never felt better in my life. My skin has never looked better since I can remember. And I never would have left my house before without makeup on, and I literally have zero makeup on right now. I don't have anything. And that's why I wanted to come to you barefaced and just show you that there is healing that your body was designed to do when we create the right atmosphere, right? When we have the right atmosphere, we can heal. And that's on a whole physical and spiritual, mental, emotional level. When we have a toxic environment, we continually are going to have that expression come out in our body, in our gut, in our skin, in all of those things. And so the purpose is let's look at, so what I do is we look at your environment, we look at your diet, we look at your symptoms, and then we look at how can we create a clean, healthy, nurturing environment that your body will heal and then thrive in. And I am telling you, it is one of the best things that you can ever experience for yourself. It is one of the best things that I get to experience with my clients. And if you are in a place of feeling frustrated and doctors are telling you, well, you're fine. And you're like, no, I'm not fine. Like, there's something wrong. That's how I was like, no, there is something wrong. Like, I don't want to live miserable like this anymore. I don't want to feel uncomfortable every single day and feel like having headaches all the time for no reason. And all their answer was to put me on a pill or to, just basically deal with it because they're telling me I'm fine and I'm healthy. And that's just not true. And so if you work with me, we look at everything. We look at, all the way down to what you're cooking with, to what you're putting on your skin, because it matters. And so I'm super excited for just all of my clients that are in the program right now, but just to understand that if you are doing all the things to be healthy and you still don't feel healthy, that's kind of a normal thread right now in society, but it's not the norm. That is not something you should live with, and there are ways to promote healing by creating a clean, non-toxic environment for your body to heal, and sometimes that means eliminating healthy foods. Which is, was kind of a new concept to me, because I didn't have like a specific allergy to a food, but there are foods that can cause inflammation still within your body, even if they are healthy foods. So based upon your own DNA, your own genes, your own symptoms is how we begin to come up with a plan for you to create healing from the inside out. So if this is something that interests you or you just have questions about it, I would love to talk with any of you about this, or maybe you're experiencing some of the symptoms that I have said: chronic headaches, acne, severe pelvic bloating, as well as discomfort, constipation. You could have IBS, you could have PCOS, you could have you just feel off, right? You have fatigue all of the time. You have a brain fog all of the time. All of these things are you can do things that will help promote healing. So know that you are, number one, not alone. And number two, you don't have to live that way. And if you're somebody that's like, I'm sick of living this way, I need some help, then comment below, message me. I would love to give you some direction to see where and if this would be a good fit for you, and how I can help you promote healing mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right, guys, have a blessed day. And I will be hoping to pop on here a little bit more often so that I can share with you just more of the journey, more of really what God is exposing in my life, in the health realm. But if you want to be a part of my free group, it is if you click my banner up top. If you click that banner, it will bring you to a link. It is for women only, but it is a free group, and I share a lot of tips in there, a lot of spiritual things, mental things, physical things that you can do, exercises. You also get nutrition in there. You get supplements in there, suggestions. You also will get just some one-on-one stuff from me. So if that's something that you want to peek at, go ahead and join our group. It's in my profile, and I would love to have you. All right, guys, have a blessed day.